Speaker number 10, Don McNeill. The key to success. The key to success, Don McNeill.
I did not become successful by wearing a thong. The only key to success that matters is just being there. That's where it starts. You have to show up. Nobody ever stepped up to the plate without showing up at the ballpark first. Mr. Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests. When I was 19 years old, in the summer of '68, I was waiting to be drafted. But first, I was recruited to work at a huge chain of Scottish restaurants. The restaurants were called McDonald's. I think they're still called that. They had so much confidence in me. They started me out at the front counter, position number 1. I had to greet people coming in, write down their order, tear it off my pad, and put it in a tray behind me. I never made a mistake, not one, but I was slow. I was only taking one order for every 4 the other person was taking, and she looked angry. Soon the line stretched out the door. The manager came over and he said to me, "You do know this is fast food, don't you?" The next day, I was reassigned. I was a cook. Perfect job for me. I was probably the best cook that ever worked at McDonald's. Every Big Mac was a gourmet meal. But I was slow. I was only cooking 2 Big Macs every 10 minutes. The other cook was turning out 1 every 20 seconds. And he looked angry. Soon the line stretched out the door again. And the next day, I was reassigned. Position number 3, parking lot monitor. Now I was outside the building, but it was a good job. My job was to walk around and pick up trash off the ground. And if there were any teenagers hanging around, I just asked them to leave. But as I was walking around concentrating on the trash, a woman backing out of a parking spot hit me as she was backing up and she kind of pushed me over because I was walking slow. I wasn't injured. I was okay. But I had to go inside and fill out an accident report. The next day, I was reassigned. Position number 4. It was my last chance. I had to make good. Dining room cleanup. I cleaned every table as if I were going to eat there and dried them. I was slow, but I did a good job. The other 2 people assigned to that job were smokers. And they cleaned that dining room like a house on fire. Then they ran out behind the dumpster to smoke, leaving me inside, plodding along, cleaning the tables. Well, that afternoon, the manager came in, saw the whole dining room was clean, and he saw me working alone. And he came over and praised me for doing such a good job. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking I should have told him that I didn't clean all those tables, but how could I? How could I criticize my boss? He had feelings too. He wanted to praise me, and I was going to stand there and take it. As far other two smokers, if they want to do 90% of the work and leave me behind to take the credit, I say let them. I've always been generous like that. After a couple of weeks, the manager came in with a Polaroid camera, asked me to stand outside, and there I was, standing under the golden arches, and he took my picture. I can still remember the pride I felt when I saw my picture and the words "Employee of the Month" over the picture. But I can still remember the pain I felt when not one of the other employees congratulated me. It was corporate jealousy. Now, we all know the keys to success. We've heard them 1,000 times. Loyalty, integrity, hard work, creativity. And I'm not going to argue with any of that. But I can tell you that in the summer of '68, I rose to the top of my profession just by being there. And I challenge all of you to go out and do the same.